Guys, I'm back and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, what's going on, guys and gals? Um, my name is Joseph. I represent Chaotic Enterprises LLC, and I'm here with another Avengers video. I'm going to show you my Hawkeye build. Let's go straight to it. Alright, starting with our skills like we did last time. We'll start with our champion skills. We only have a few left that I really want to do. I got 4 left that I really want to max out, and my Valor is one of them. My activation of my utility boost, and I can get the willpower last because I actually have pieces that can give me willpower boost and stuff too. So these last 3 will be my main objectives. Okay, so going into our mastery, start from the right to the left, I have intrinsic upgrade. This one is the critical might, increases critical attack damage by 20% while overcharged. I like to use that one because I'm overcharged a lot when I play as Hawkeye. This one says heroic resolve. While overcharged, defeating enemies has a 15% chance to spawn heroic orbs. So heroic orbs spawn 15% of the time. And then I have the crit attack damage you get in your orbs. You're refreshing your heroics. Your heroics come back a lot faster. Then I have the while overcharged, and I chose that because I do mostly range, but I do melee. I'm probably like, I'm gonna say 90-10, sometimes 80-20, depending on who I'm up against or what I'm up against. And then the range attack is what I'm more is what I'm mainly after. The 10% extra while overcharged. The 20%, that's cool too, because when I do my combo and it's up, it does a lot more damage on my vortex arrow. Let me see. Much else with the from all range attack. Okay, so we got the in the volatile rockets. Look, I mean, you got three options. I don't really use either one of these, to be honest, you know. But I just settled on rocket arrow damage for my parrying. But now that I think about it, if I actually do the disruption debuff on claw first before I actually do, then that'll actually do a lot more damage. So I'm going to switch to that, just thinking about what I'm doing. Now I have a purpose for one of these, because before I never had a purpose for either one of these 3. But now I do, so that's cool. I can use it on bosses, hit the Abomination or Taskmaster with it, and then just kill them really quickly. Take them down. Alright, increases the base regeneration speed of intrinsic energy by 25%. Reduces the cost of intrinsic attacks, or reduces the intrinsic charge penalty when failing to counter against a stronger and blockable opponent. I'm still gonna stick with the base generation speed. I think reduces cost of intrinsic attacks. I don't really use a whole lot of intrinsic attacks. Reduces the intrinsic charge penalty. Okay. That might be the way to go with that, because I do a lot of parrying sometimes. Alright, I do the parting gifts using the swordsman's prodigy ability. Attaches an explosive charge that detonates after the attack. Alright, if you don't know what that is, we will show you what that is. Let me see if I can find it. That's one. And it just sets them on fire. Actually, there's a second one, this one, and this one, and you just attach an explosive to them when they do that. Alright, so we got the increase the damage inflicted by both regular and charged cluster arrows by 20%. Remember, we talked about that. When you do your bag of tricks, that's very useful, because you're getting additional 20% on cluster arrows, and you do shoot that in your bag of tricks. increases the spread of tripwire shot, allowing it to affect more targets. And then you have increased the stun damage from cluster arrows by 20% again with the bag of tricks. Let me see, this is the pulsar. Okay. Then you have the takedown does generates a heroic orb. I use that. Increases the damage inflicted by split shot arrows by 15%. That's a no-brainer. I don't do a whole lot of split dodge attacks or combo finishes for my playstyle. Increases stun damage for all melee attacks by 20%. That's a good one. And then this is all... Oh, okay. I didn't realize that one. But I use more melee anyway, so no big deal. Alright, so going to specialty. Of course, I'm using the recovers 5% willpower each time the hunter's arrow hits an enemy. I use that a lot. That's one of the ways I heal. Use Twin Talons, where it fires 2 hunter arrows charged with electricity, increasing the overall damage dealt and applying shock damage to all afflicted targets. This works really well with my vibranium split shot arrows. Here I got the strike point, increases the status buildup for all damage dealt by the Night Storm arrow by 30%. Now I do different ones. I just kind of switch it back and forth. Increase the size of bombardment. Increases the duration. I might actually go with the size of bombardment this time. I don't know. I just like changing it around because you can do so much with it. Now with the Hailstorm, if I have Sonic Split Shot, I'll change it to the Fire Devil, where you got the plasma damage. But if I have Vibranium, which I do, I use Hailstorm or I use the Ion Surge. I use one or the other. Alright? Very important to choose based off of that so you can get that battery damage when you want that battery damage. So yeah, that's a good thing to have there. This one increases the duration. Honestly, I kind of like the duration a little better. I'll go back to that. Now, this one increases the initial amount of willpower recovered by 75%, and amount recovered over time by 100%. I like that one. And then you have the all heroes affected by the nail boss have 20% increased critical attack chance and 20% greater weak point and critical attack damage. Now, there was something. There was.
I can do this all day.
Let's see, where was it? Okay. So automatically, I guess you wake up a downed character at any point in time whenever you use this support ability. All right, so let's go to the pieces. Let's go to the Sacred Nornstone of Lethal Will. Let's go to the Cosmic Infinity. This is going to give me proficiency, precision, and valor. This is the damage buff piece. Now, granted, on the damage buff piece, if I actually equip this, it actually would move everything up a little higher and increase my status buildup. And I do have a damage buff, but this also gives me the increased damage buff by 4 seconds. So, and increases my 13.6 increased crit. Activate the damage boost as well. Alright, and you'll see how that works better for me based off my build, because my status damage is already at 72%. You see what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily have to have extra status damage. I've got good status damage. Okay, let's talk about the might. It's at 3, precision's at 621, proficiency is at 147, valor is at 333, resolve is at 102, resilience is at 98, intensity is at 81, and of course my assault heroic comes back 29% faster than the 19 per ultimate and support. Okay, all right. So let's go here. After we talked about this one gives me 5.5 reduced damage from shock damage attacks, which it should because I use shock, and I have a chance of taking damage. Grants the cosmic surge buff, which gives you my willpower as I'm fighting and I'm getting hit. I'm healing as well, a 16.2% chance. The Eagles kit, probably my favorite piece, just like Iron Man. It gives me valor, precision, and resolve. Hunter overcharge, activating Hunter's arrow instantly boosts the overcharge meter. Lockdown is triggered when fully overcharged. Night Storm multiplier grants an extra Night Storm arrow charge, and the Hunter multiplier increases the number of targets the Hunter arrow can hit by 3. Okay. There's one called the Operator's Kit, and I can't remember if I have that or not. Yep, this one. This one's a decent one. The only problem is the stats are a little bit lighter than what I have. My precision is at 93, their precision is at 87. So I'm not going to go down to get a better piece. Notice I went to 6170, and it gives me 20% increased damage when an impact while locked on is active. Increases the amount of willpower recovered and duration of recovery arrow by 10 seconds, which that's good. Okay, the 10%, the recovery arrow lasting 10 seconds, that's the extra crit damage and stuff like that. But mine lasts relatively pretty long. And then you have 3% increase in willpower and heroic energy while locked on is active. So, but the Hunter's arrow gets you can hit 3 more people and grants the extra Night Storm arrow charge. Those are the things that I'm looking at, which I like the most. And activating the Hunter's arrow gives me overcharge. The overcharge is going to give me an additional 15% extra damage on people that are overcharged based off of the tree that I showed you before. So you're still getting a great amount of damage there. Alright, so on the... Did I actually explain the rest of that? Yeah, I did. Okay. So the battle armor gives me Valor, Precision, and Resilience. It gives me Reviving a Hero, grant the Sonic Conduit buff to all heroes. All heroes are considered Sonic Conduit receivers. 49.1% chance to completely resist all damage from a Vibranium attack. And the Split Shot Multiplier, which is my favorite thing on Hawkeye's build, is increases the projectiles fired by a Split Shot arrow and splintering fire by 2. Okay, and this piece is the undisputed piece that I have for Hawkeye, and it's the targeted buff arrowhead. It's a very hard piece that I got. I got it a long time ago with the first Corrupted Vibranium event. Very hard to come by. Once I got it, I got like a couple of them like this, and I couldn't believe it. But this was the best one that I had. It gives me the targeted buff. That gives me 32.8% chance of a range critical attack. Grants the damage buff. That increases damage output while active. I have the range attacks, pulsar arrows deal sonic damage, that builds up sonic status meter, and I have the 33.4% chance of defeating an enemy with a range critical attack, grants the heroic charge burst buff that regenerates heroic energy while active. So I get my heroic spec pretty quickly. On the blade, it's precision and valor. While receiving sonic conduit, attacks made that are infused with any stats effect deal 15% more damage. Okay. Vibranium balance damage, like combo finishes, and split shot arrows deal vibranium damage. So all my split shots vibranium. I have my heroics at lightning or ice. So I have my positive, which is my vibranium, my negative with my ice or my lightning or my shock. So that's giving me automatic battery damage along with my pulse. That's a part of my bag of tricks, and it's going to give me sonic damage. So I'm getting battery damage with that as well. So I got 3 different statuses rolling at one time. Increases the duration of the recovery arrow by 10 seconds. See, this is what I was telling you about. So in light of, I got my recovery arrow lasts 10 more seconds. So in retrospect, even if I did switch to this allows it to be 10 more seconds. So it'd be 20 seconds of a recovery arrow, and the 20% increased damage and impact while locked on is active. So in a perfect world, I would choose Night Storm Multiplier, grants an extra Night Storm arrow charge, and switch it for the locked on resonance. If I could switch those to this kit, then it would be a perfect piece for me, the way I have to do my play style. But because I love the Night Storm arrow extra charge, and plus my stats are not as high than as the Eagles kit. Eagles kit is the final choice in that decision. Again, that's for me. Everybody is entitled how they want to work for their play style. But that is my build for Hawkeye. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. If you have any thoughts, put them in the comment section below. I will respond to them as fast as I possibly can. I hope you hit that like button on this video. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And Again, my name is Joseph, and I'm the owner of Chaotic Enterprises LLC. Hope you have a good one. I will be streaming Iron Man and Hawkeye gameplay today. So if you want to see the damage that Hawkeye and Iron Man do or does, then you can stay tuned. I will be back on. Other than that, I'll see you on my next stream. Alright guys and gals, see you later.